place I go where there's no heat, but it never gets cold, and that I know for sure.
Hey everyone, I'm Vanessa Francone, and I'm here with Warner Music Canada recording artist Scott Helman. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome, thank you.
So your EP name is Augusta. Why did you choose to name it that?
It's actually named after the street Augusta. Not that I'm like always in Kensington Market, but it's just like a lot of stuff that was very accumulative that happened while I was making this record, or just making music happen on that street. I sped a cafe on Augusta is like the first place I played when I was like a young 13-year-old boy child, and then as I grew up, I mean, when I put my band together, the supermarket was the first place we played, and then I got like an apartment there for a week, and that's when I finished my record. So it just sort of seemed like a place where everything was like coming together. So
my favorite song off the EP is Machine. What was your inspiration for that specific song?
It's actually my favorite song too. The inspiration was sort of like a couple things that were happening at the time, but I don't know, I just felt like the people around me were sort of giving themselves less value than they deserved. That's a good way to put it. For example, you know, a lot of my friends were going to university and trying to like figure out what they wanted to do, and they were like, oh, I have to go be a doctor because my dad wants me to, and I was just sort of confused. I was like, you have so much time to figure it out and be who you want to be. So I just sort of kind of wrote that song for them. Also, you know, like technology and stuff is kind of crazy now, how we sort of, we're always online, and like I was at a bar with my friends and they all sort of pulled out their phones and started texting. So yeah, I don't know, I just sort of wanted to tell people that they were like worth something, I guess. So
you're about to go on tour with the Cardinals, and this is your first tour ever, so what are you most looking forward to?
I don't know, I'm kind of excited to just be in the middle of nowhere with my band and be like, where the hell are we? I mean, I guess as a kid I always dreamt like, I'm gonna play New York City. But it's gonna be fun being in like, you know, Northern Ontario and stuff. I'm really excited to see Canada and see the country and stuff, so that'll be fun. And I don't know, I just like playing music, so it should be a good time.
Okay, so recently you met Jason Mraz and he held your EP, which is amazing. Tell me about that experience.
It was pretty kind of crazy. I mean, I as a kid really liked Jason Mraz, so it was sort of like, oh, you know, one of these artists that I've always liked is holding my record. And it was actually the first day I got to see it. I was like holding it, and he was sort of like looking at the EP, and he was, I can't remember what he said. He was like, he looked at the guy on the street, because there's like a guy on the street in the right corner, and he was like, who's that guy? He's like, I don't know. And he was like, maybe it's you in 40 years in the future and all this stuff. And I was like, you're funny. So he was just really funny.
Were you ever starstruck?
It's kind of weird. Like, I guess musicians sort of don't seem as like, they don't seem like stars to me. They seem like, you know, they're artists and they work really hard, and I appreciate what they do. Although if I met like Neil Young, I'd probably kind of freak out a little bit.
My last question for you is, what is next for you in your career?
Get on stage a lot. I mean, I've played tons of shows, but I want to play more shows and really like make sure that I'm playing the best show I can. And I have some like secret things coming up that aren't actually music, but some awesome things that you will get to see in the future. And yeah, and then I just want to just record more and write more and, you know, make more music, yeah.
Well, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Good luck with your career and everything in the future.
You too,
If
thanks.
you want Scott's EP Augusta, you can buy it now on iTunes. I'm Vanessa Francone. See you next time.